Valorant is a 5v5 tactics-based shooter, and it doesn't ever let you forget that. I've put in time since about beta, before Reyna came in, which was a very brief time. I think Ascent came in then too, but anyway, it feels just kind of soulless to me now. Valorant makes me miss a fun, multiplayer, first-person shooter. Black Ops 2. You know what? I'll even count Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, just something that doesn't make me want to grate my teeth. Ciao mi camo, Victoria Valentine, and the finals is a fun, free roller coaster, and you're going to want to get on early. The finals is like the first creative multiplayer first-person shooter we've had in a very long time. There's going to be a lot of examples I'm forgetting, but the only one I want to bring up is like Splitgate. But I feel like the finals will have a lot easier time holding on to attention than like a Splitgate did. Because Splitgate, for many people, was just better Halo before Halo. I think Halo Infinite wasn't even out yet. So this came out and it's fresh with many closed and open betas that they weren't trying to gamble on. They wanted people to feel this refined, confident, public release with a drop at the Game Awards. They needed to really live up to this expectation, and they did. This game dropped, and I've seen, like, it has, I think it's on mostly positive reviews, and people are talking about Chinese cheaters right now, so I don't know what that's all about. But the actual experience itself is smooth, bugless. The frame rate might not be the greatest on lower-end software, but it feels so good for the first time in a long time. Now, right from the get-go, if you are expecting a multiplayer experience common to other games, there is no TDM, there's no search and destroy, aka a CSGO or a Valorant type mode with a low time to kill. The finals prioritizes its own sort of world and logic with quick cash and cash out modes. The finals has this fictional esports aesthetic that you would see in like any 2000s sitcom where the lazy teenage brother would be wasting his days playing some game you never heard of. Instead of it looking like an MMO, it would be a first-person shooter that, even with the title being the finals, it has this artificial feeling, which, it's gonna be weird to phrase it like this, but it's refreshing in this scene because, well, before I get too ahead of myself, in the single-player scene, this creativity has been abundant, but in multiplayer, it's routed with Call of Duty Militia. And Valorant was refreshing on the visual angle, but now, I don't know, all those flashy colors just doesn't really hide the medicine in the applesauce for me. It's just the same thing everyone else is doing, but it tries to be a little bit more colorful about it. But the finals tries to be both easy on the eyes and has the feeling of when you remember game maps back in the day. The artists over at Embark are doing a great job. The music team over at Embark. Honestly, I don't know who isn't really doing a great job here, because it's clear that no one is inexperienced. This is a team who, at least in their early public shelf life with the finals, took the time to read the room and put out something that people actually would have fun with. Something I didn't realize I'd enjoy from the finals is the high time to kill. Now, if you don't understand the term, time to kill refers to essentially either time before you die or time before you kill someone else. Too many bullets and everyone feels spongy, too little bullets and, well, it can be okay depending on the game you're doing, but if it's a tactics-based game, then it feels like the goal is just to kill and that's it. It's a very hard thing to get right for every game, and I think the finals does a really good job with this. Each class has varying health, with the class I prioritize having the lowest, and I still don't feel like I'm really being swat down or anything. Which is great, because I don't need every game that is multiplayer in a first-person shooter to penalize every moment I'm being suboptimal for. I'm having like a mid-script panic attack because I'm realizing I'm describing this as like a positive game feature when this isn't like a, yeah, I know I said it's like a hard thing to get right, but like I didn't realize how much like a Valorant or like a CSGO, it's like rotting my multiplayer brain. Anyway, you know what else is great about the finals? Grenades. Oh, they feel like they matter. And I don't know if I speak for the overall whole of gamers. I feel like in most games, grenades are like, cool. Maybe this is back to my Call of Duty reflection, but I just feel like grenades were like, they're a cool idea. but most times you can kind of just not care and they wouldn't really be great. They'd help, but equipment choice feels like an equal opportunity of fun to have. Especially with, speaking solely for light builds, a dash function and going invisible being the alternates? Oh, it's so good. Now, because I do need to, I guess, have this be somewhat balanced, medium and heavy builds have fun offerings too that I personally really enjoy, like a sledgehammer to bust through the whole world with, and a jump pad to get around at fast speeds with your friends. By the way, there is so much more. Once again, please check out other builds. It's all well made. I just couldn't be bothered to do that myself. Future me note, I ended up trying out medium builds and large builds. And yeah, the sledgehammer is absolutely incredible, and the charge ability is just immersive. Love it. The last thing I have to say about the finals is that this game is very modular. And I'm going to get a little bit more formal, because I've been informal this whole video. I may as well switch it up a little bit. The finals has destruction physics that can literally topple entire buildings, which is awesome, by the way. Last bit of informality for a second. Oh my, when you just see buildings just start to crash down, oh, it's like the only reason I'd ever consider going heavy, because it's even easier to do that. Zero fall damage to worry about for my fellow grapple hook enthusiasts. Barrels and similar interactive elements that you can pick up around the map and find some tactical use for it. Maybe you're just out of a grenade and it will get the job done for you. Vertical and horizontal map design, so you're not just really ever playing in one dimension of thought. This game allows for so much, oddly enough, immersive gameplay, or not immersive, emergent gameplay, which I guess, sure, you could use both, but I mean emergent, aka, you can have a lot of unique stories and unique clips. One Valorant clip and another Valorant clip are going to look the exact same in terms of, oh, he shot fast! Apex Legends does a better job of this, to where like there's a lot more of dynamic environments, and maybe it's a little like too crazy for people. Maybe it's just too much in the casual field, where I feel the finals has that look that people want from a game, while still having the vibe to work just right. The finals is a spectacle. It's insane that this game exists, because it's the exact kind of thing I want. I'm not even worried about the fact that the guns in like this game look basic, versus like Valorant, where Valorant, it looks so super, I want it to kind of commit, where the finals, it's kind of like that's that thing kind of holding it on to the reality of first-person shooters that people are used to. So I'm fine with that, because everything else is insane, and I didn't even realize that the Vanishing Bomb is a new addition. Please, please, please play the finals. It's free. Go make some money.